All right, so most of you are probably, if you have a small business or you're an individual, get your 1099s, your tax returns. The person you want to talk to for filing those tax returns for small businesses, Chris Mann, MUN CPA. Chris, it's your busy time of the year coming up.
We're getting there. I mean, everybody should be starting to get all their docs now, 1099s, W-2s, mortgage statements, charity, things like that. And so we should be able to get going here the next week or so with getting tax returns going. And what I tell people to do is just keep everything that says important tax information on the envelope and bring it to your preparer, and then along with any deductions you may have if you have a business, or the accounting if you've got that on computer and that type of thing, and make the process real easy, and that way the person that's preparing your taxes takes all that information. They may have some other questions for you to finish it up, but otherwise they should be able to take care of it pretty simply in most cases.
Chris, a lot of people commented, on some of your updates from last year about the tax credits that were available in 21. What's new for 22, and what should you keep in mind?
Well, the tax credits for the employee retention credits are still around. The first batch is going to expire in June of this year. So if you haven't done and you should have got your 2020 employee retention credits, you should get them filed before June, because the statute will run in June, and so that'll be over. But there's credits potentially for people that kept people on during COVID, or had an income drop, or some kind of a calamity happen with the shutdowns and lockdowns and things like that you can take a look at. So you need to talk to somebody. We've been doing these quite a bit, and not everybody qualifies. There's some people that won't qualify for these, but it's worth it to talk to your preparer and see if you may qualify if you haven't done these yet. But for 22, the biggest thing that's out there, well, it's really for 23, the law that they just passed, Congress passed in the fall, the inflation deal, is mostly the solar credits, and the electric stuff is big, the cars and the solar, but that's on stuff you buy this year. So the solar was still good for 22, but the cars have been expanded not only to new cars, but to used cars for 23. But you have to meet certain income requirements, and the vehicle has to be under a certain amount in cost. You can't buy a $100,000 electric car and get a $7,500 credit. They're not allowing that. But there is much of other electric cars that do qualify for that credit now in 23.
Chris, what are some of the filing tax deadlines you need to keep in mind for last year's 2022 financial year?
Well, with all the rains and stuff that happened, the government just came out and said that the filing for anybody in California that's been impacted, and there's a bunch of counties. I mean, almost every county is on the list that I saw. I mean, there's probably a few that aren't, but it's actually given everybody another month to file till May 15th now. So for everything, for the corporation, for the individual, for everything. So all the deadlines have been extended, including, payment of, for extensions or first quarter estimates. Even the fourth quarter estimate, I believe, got pushed back. So if you didn't pay it in January, you're not late right now, because you can pay it in May. Chris,
real quick, how does someone get started and get in touch with you?
Yeah, they can just get a hold of our office. We're over in Round Hill now, and it's fine. You can go to our website too, muncpas.com, or you can get a hold of us at our number 530-544-6111, and we'd be happy to talk with you and see if we can help you out.
More of the Tahoe Real Estate Show coming right up.